go.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, happy Thursday.
Yes, we're
happy
back.
tea party.
2 weeks in a row.
Oh, woohoo! Back on track.
Yes.
Possibly talking about a little bit of a controversial subject today.
Yeah. So we decided, kind of with conversations that we've had in the office, some response, some of the responses that we received from our video from last week where we talked about our experience, and just wanted to talk about choice. How we all have the choice to do what we feel is best for ourselves. You have the choice to do what you feel is right for your family. And we had to kind of tag on to this. We had an interesting experience. We went out to eat last Friday and wanted to sit out on the patio. The place we went to had this awesome outside eating patio area. Got out there and there was a gentleman out there smoking a cigar, which is his right to be out there smoking a cigar.
And in that particular county, they're allowed to do that.
Yes. And so we're sitting out there and not really enjoying the cigar smell. Some people enjoy it, some people don't, to each their own. And we decided to go inside and eat instead. Was not our first choice, but we went inside and ate because we weren't comfortable smelling the cigar smoke. Should we have asked him to, oh, I'm sorry, this is bothering us, you should quit smoking your cigar, even though he has every right to do that, but because it's bothering me, should I have said, oh, I'm sorry, that's bothering us, do you mind not smoking? No, he had every right to do it, so we chose to go inside and eat. So that kind of stemmed, why we wanted to talk about choice. But I think just everyone has a choice to do whatever they want to do, and we need to respect people's choices. Do they always align with what our choices are? Maybe not. Does that make them wrong? No.
Right. I have experienced, when I was thinking about this and I was thinking about choice, what came to me first is, I still have a little kid at home, and I recognize how much easier it is when we are in negotiation processes where he has the choice between two things, and then he himself feels empowered when he's given more than one option. And it may not always be what I want him to do. I mean, clothing is a perfect and a non-controversial subject. So he may go out looking pretty wacky some days. That's his choice. That was, and he felt better because I didn't force my opinion on him. And is it what I would have dressed him in? This is a perfect example. I wish he would cut his hair. He likes his hair long. That is his body. I want to honor that in him. Now, again, I have a different opinion, but as long as I give him the opportunity to recognize that he has options, and how lucky are we that, on a much deeper scale, that we won the lottery in this lifetime.
Oh, I was hoping.
And this is where we were born into. A place that allows us the freedom to have a choice. And again, I know that is a very, very emotionally packed word choice for many, many people. depending upon your views and your morals and all this other stuff. I would like to believe that because I do my due diligence to be a reasonable adult in this world, that I allow that in everyone. I want it for me, and I allow that in everyone else that I come into contact with. Now, sometimes it is a challenge to me. Sometimes I have to remember I always want to be kind to people. I always want to be compassionate. And other people, again, we should reserve and preserve that right for us to make our own decisions and not be forced to do something because somebody else tells us to do it. And I do. Like, I challenge you, I challenge anyone, if that strikes a nerve, please take a still moment and get with yourself and think about a time when you were little. Like, go back to little you and think about a time when you really, really wanted to exercise your right to make a choice for yourself. And it was a situation where somebody said, nope, you're doing what I tell you to do. And it's a hard thing to get to the core of. And we don't sit in stillness enough to get to that. And I truly believe that is what is so rattling about this whole pandemic, is it is blowing the top off of people's narratives. And maybe they don't know why. Maybe they don't know what that rumble is that makes them so, like you were saying earlier, like pissy. Well, there's a passionate part of us. There's a part that we want that. We don't want somebody to corner us and tell us what we have to do.
Right.
So, and that's from all sides of things right now. But when it comes down to it, like, I feel so grateful that I live in a place where I even have that inalienable right to have the freedom to choose something. And again, what I choose may not align with the other people in my life. And that does cause some tension and conflict in some of my relationships. But if I'm respecting myself, respecting my values and beliefs, and respecting the other people in my world, we should all deserve that space.
Right.
That space to choose for ourselves.
Absolutely.
And if we have dependents, we should reserve the right and preserve the right and that liberty to choose for our dependents too. Because I will say, I do my best in my choices to model what my values and beliefs are for my children. Has it always been that way? No, I have died a million ego deaths learning what, in relationship, especially to my children, that, they don't want something one way, or, or in other relationships, like, you're doing it this way and you're not listening to me or whatever. Anyway, what I do and what I try to model for my children is not always what I see other people doing. And while that saddens me, it's not my place to tell them how to run their world.
Right.
And so.
Well, and just as, those people probably don't want to be told, they don't want to be told how to run their world, but they sometimes are okay with telling you how to run your world.
And I have to check myself.
Yeah.
Well, am I doing that? Am I doing, am I really truly living that value? And there have been times where I haven't been. And again, little ego deaths, which is great. Oh, great learning. But I think that there's a chance, we always take chances.
Absolutely.
And have our choices put us in potentially everything's a risk. There's risk in return to living.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, and there's choices in everything. There's choices how you respond to different emotions. There's choices on how do you respond to different people. There's choices for everything in life. And I think just how we choose, or what you choose to respond with, or how you choose to live, is your right, and it's your freedom for living in this country, and we should appreciate that we have those.
Mm-hmm. What was I thinking about? Hang on, I lost it there for a second.
Okay, well, we can also go back to how. So I was reading the book "You Deserve It."
Oh yes.
Okay. Which is the book that is written by the doctor that we are doing personal growth with right now as an office and individually. And it talks about how maybe sometimes you get things in life and someone might say, well, you deserve it. You deserve that happened to you. And maybe we did. Maybe we did deserve what we got, that we did end up with COVID. But you know what? Now we know, we've gotten to the other side. We have stronger immunity now because we did have it, and we had an experience that maybe we needed to have. And that's okay.
What's not okay, though, in my opinion, is that when we got that response, and it wasn't a lot, but I will say that I did get that passive aggressive response, like, oh, well, you deserved it because you didn't follow this.
Mm-hmm. Of the choices that you made.
And again, well, yeah, I mean, maybe I did deserve it. And when I think about it, I'm like, okay, from my standpoint, I did deserve it because, again, I believed I was already equipped to fight it, and I wasn't afraid of it.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't like is the underlying, well, you should suffer for what happened to you because you didn't do it this particular way. That's not taking care of your fellow human with kindness. Mm-hmm. That's saying, because I have this position, I believe you should have. Good thing you got it and you suffered a little bit. And it's like,
right,
no, that's not how I feel about it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I deserved it to solidify and fortify what I already knew. And
mm-hmm.
and again, we said, like, it was a challenge to feel like total crap. Mm-hmm. for longer than we are accustomed to ever feeling down. Mm-hmm. It was a challenge to be in that day and a half, 2 days, where the fear kind of creeps in and the mindset is like, am I going to get to the other side of this? Like, mm-hmm. am I always going to feel this way? Like, disoriented in mm-hmm. ways that I'm not accustomed to feeling? And if it were not for the ways that we already proactively are disciplined in the choices that we make mm-hmm. for ourselves on a daily basis to be healthy, expressive, purposeful humans, people.
Well, and also the mindset that we know you need to be in to get over different illnesses. And that was one of the things that was in the book as mm-hmm. well, about sometimes when you do have certain illnesses, your deserving or undeserving belief mm-hmm. comes into as a factor on your healing process.
Yep.
Where we got in that mindset where we said, no, like, we're done.
We are done. Like, done. I got what I got. I'm going to fight my fight. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be stronger when in the overcoming mm-hmm. of the challenge. And anyway, that was kind of a tangent. However, it was an interesting response that
Mm-hmm.
we both got in certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't speak for the doc, but but it was definitely in our experience of things. And
Yeah.
I thought, for a moment, oh, how insensitive, and it is. But at the same time, too, I thought, oh, okay, well, maybe I did.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I did deserve it to, to really fortify.
Yeah, maybe we needed a little wake-up call to know what our bodies are capable of.
Amen to that.
Maybe we needed that.
So,
And now we know.
no. And, just to bring it back around, you have the choice every day
Mm-hmm.
to choose if you're going to armor yourself in healthy ways. And I don't mean just physically, like, I mean emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I mean, what are you going to do for yourself to make sure that you can properly respond to something, not just react?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a very emotionally charged time.
It is. Mm-hmm.
And if we can properly work through those emotions and see what we're always talking about in chiropractic wellness, what is the root cause
Mm-hmm.
of something? What is this rooted in? And where are your beliefs rooted in? What do you deserve? And what are the choices you're going to make
Mm-hmm.
to live a life that we're worth having and living? I mean, happiness, health, it's our birthright. Maybe not purpose, health for me.
Yeah.
Our birthrights. And I make choices every day that move me toward that or away from that.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to keep moving toward. So
Absolutely.
that takes discipline
And
thank
strength.
God, and strength. And thank God I am in a place, in a country that allows me
Mm-hmm.
that freedom to choose. We could go so deep.
I know.
We're trying not to get tagged here.
Yeah. Trying not to get fact checked.
Oh.
Or
Whatever.
Yeah.
However it happens.
Yes.
But it's a controversial issue, and it's because we got civil wars going on here.
Mm-hmm. It all starts here.
It all starts here. If we cannot figure out here,
Mm-hmm.
and if we can't be accepting of our choices here, and sometimes that means sometimes we make choices that, looking back on them, we're not happy with.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
But the more we work here, the less we're going to spit it out in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Spit venom out in the world. The more we will understand, like we said last week, we recognize we are far better in connection to one another. We may not always like what the other human beings around us are doing, but we're still far better together.
Yeah.
Anyway, love your neighbor, man.
Yeah. That's right.
Fred Rogers, I wish you could make a comeback.
Oh. Won't you be my neighbor?
Oh my God, I would be your neighbor. Is there space? I'll bring my tiny house down. Oh.
But so I think we'll wrap it up on that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So let us know your thoughts.
Yeah. One day Jen will be my neighbor. And then
one day Jen's gonna be a vagabond. I'm gonna live in an RV, traveling. Anyway, it's a long way from here.
So thank you for everyone that reached out and said that they appreciated the video we did last week.
Yeah. Thank you for the people that inspired us to do that video.
Yes.
Thank you to the people who shared it. It's been our most watched video.
It has been.
It's great. So,
which is
it's
exciting.
Yeah, that was a small joy.
Yeah.
Still is. So anyway,
I mean, we would do these videos regardless, but it's nice when we know that
Yeah, it is.
People
It is nice.
are engaging in them. So thank you for that. And we will be back next Thursday with a new topic, and you know, who knows what the next week will bring. So who knows what the topic will
Oh
be.
yeah, there's a lot. There's
Yeah.
a lot going on in the world. So
Yeah.
again, please be kind to yourself and be kind to others, and
Mm-hmm. Spread love.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do your part.
Yep.
Do your part to do your own work and let people have the space to do theirs.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So,
all right.
Anyway,
See you next week.
take care, everyone. Have
Bye.
a great week. Bye bye.